It was like an action adventure game where you played as like Buff Knuckles.
Sonic Boom.
Sonic Boom, thank you. Or like the infinite jump thing with Knuckles.
What?
Bandana?
Bandana Knuckles.
Yeah, he's wearing a bandana.
Bandages?
He's wearing a bandana around his neck.
Oh, Sonic.
Oh yeah, he sure was. Wait, was that Tails?
Why would
No,
we
that was
remember
Sonic.
that of all things?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why would you not? Why would you go Buff Knuckles?
That was the first thing I thought of. Sorry.
You thought of such a nondescription. We went bandana. What? I legit.
Threw
I
us
couldn't
all
even
for a
connect
fucking
it.
loop there.
I just went, hey, main character. Hey, he's actually wearing clothes. The main thing being a bandana. That was my thought process.
Y'all know what? When you look up Bandana Sonic, he comes up.
Yeah, fuckers.
All right, look up Buff Knuckles.
Well, of course that's gonna come up. That's the only Buff Knuckles in existence.
I should have turned safe search on. I'll tell you that for sure.
How did you recognize all the times you were like Dragon Ball shipping? Wait, hold on. Safe search. But Buff Knuckles, you just went, oh, this is gonna be wholesome content. I'm just saying, try it.
Gavin.
No.
Ralph
Why would
has
I
no-
try it when I would prefer to go there?
So
if I go to a high quality steakhouse, I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm gonna try something that I may or may not like, or do I want to get something that I will like?
Okay.
And I will walk out with my belly full and satisfied.
When did you feel the I'm never trying anything new again?
Oh, like 3 years ago.
What the?
Wow.
Bro, I was just like, I'm done.
I will never have that feeling in my life.
Never.
Like, why? We're old
there
enough to be
experience?
like, yo, I've tried a whole lot of things. I know what I did and I know what
But
I don't
everything
did.
I've
What's
tried-
the point of trying stuff
Have
when
you-
I can have stuff that I
Hold
might
on.
actually
Hold on.
like? I
Hold
know
on.
what I like, and I'm
DA, how old are
this
you?
thing that I like.
DA,
as
how
opposed
old are
to
you?
Wasting my time,
But everything
my
we've
money,
tried-
and
hold
all
on.
that stuff.
But everything we've tried maybe 7% of the stuff that's out there.
Not even close. Not even that.
Absolutely, and guess what? I'm gonna be eating for the rest of my life. 7% of stuff. If Doritos go out of business, guess what? That's the end of my tortilla dream.
Oh my god. He's in his mid-30s,
It's
Ralph.
over.
Like, I don't think that number matters. He's in his early to mid-30s. And that is nowhere near the point where you should think these
I've
thoughts.
tried a lot of
Yeah, I can
stuff.
understand if you 50, 60, you like, I've lived life, I'm done.
You have
I'm
not
gonna
lived
eat what
life
I'm
in
gonna eat.
your
Go
30s.
hyperbolic like that.
You have not lived life at your 30s. I'm sorry.
Like, have you been outside the country
Oh
before?
yeah, I just gotta start eating everything. Oh, give me that squid.
Have you
give me
been-
that bat guano.
Calamari's amazing, first of
Calamari's
all.
good shit.
Have you been
Fried
outside the
I'll
country
never
is
before?
know.
good shit.
Have you been outside
I'll
the country?
never know.
Have you been outside the country before?
No, I have not.
Holy shit. You have not had legitimate foreign food of anything, and you're just done.
And guess what? Unless we go to Japan, which we're planning, I never will. And guess what I'm doing when I go to Japan? Hey, look at that McDonald's right there.
You
What do
are
I recognize?
insane.
No way.
You are.
No, dude, every
I
time
don't
I
like stuff. What happened last meetup where you go, yeah, we're going to ramen? I went, I don't know. Because what would I get when I go to the ramen? Just some plain ramen with a little bit of chicken and broccoli in it. And guess what? I can make that at home. Y'all getting eggs and pepper and, oh,
Yeah, it's
what's this
delicious with
noodle? Okay, that's fine. I'll
This
never
is
know.
a spicy
Because I know
pork
what
boudin.
I like. And guess what? If I don't like it, I'm stuck there with a motherfucking meatball sub with eggs on it. Throwing that away.
No, I ate it. Don't play with me. I'm not wasting food.
This
But
is.
every time I go out,
Sandwich with eggs on it. Hold on. I want to process that one. Meatball sandwich with eggs on it. Where
meatball
did that?
sub with eggs. I was thinking
What?
of a breakfast pizza, but in sandwich form with meatballs, and it didn't work. That's it.
Oh, yeah, we
And
talked
no
about
story.
this before.
And no story. Every time I go out of state for a tournament, I always go, what's the local place people go to? What's a food I haven't tried? Let me go there. I'm not going to go, hey, there go to Wendy's. Let me go to the Wendy's.
Food I
you went
haven't
to
tried.
You went to Texas and you didn't try anything remotely Texan?
Like what?
Barbecue?
Barbecue. Texas barbecue.
I've had barbecue.
Oh my Jesus. You went to Texas and I went to Tennessee.
I went to Texas for a con.
Yes.
Guess what I'm doing all day? I'm in line. And guess when I'm out of line? 9 o'clock. And what I'm going to do and walk my balls over 2 miles up to a barbecue shop? Or am I going to go up the street to McDonald's?
This is
You cut me in on autograph time. And we don't do that here.
You are a monster, yo. The first place I went in Tennessee was a barbecue place.
BG?
Then I tried a local pizzeria down there. In Chicago,
That's
saying,
great.
BG, I beg you, go to Japan, leave his ass here.
He doesn't deserve it.
He doesn't.
He doesn't deserve the culture.
Hey, where's BG? Oh, he went to Japan.
And just bring back as much fucking Japanese food as possible and just stock your damn house. Anything he buys, throw
Take
in the
away
trash.
his account,
You will
everything.
try this.
Hide his wallet, hide his phone. Hey, what you eating today, DA?
He'll probably just walk to
up the street, go to that.
Yeah, he's just
Taco
fucking.
Bell.
He's fucking Flash. Oh my
Dude,
god.
it's
Okay, we
disgusting.
need it. We'll be on this all damn day. We need to.
Piece of shit.
Yes, you are.
Correct. Quit speaking in the third person.
When did you become right? When did you say a right thing? I'm going to Japan to eat McDonald's. Though they do have some weird sandwiches over there that
Yeah.
might be worth
But
it.
But he won't try them.
No. Hold on. Japanese McDonald's.
No. I'm not saying I'm not trying like a new Doritos flavor, but things that I have not tried, like oysters, lobster, crab, I'm never gonna try that crap. But if it's just another combination of a burger, I'll rock that out. You're not grubbing at a fine dining establishment. You're there for the environment. You're not there to fill your belly. You go in there 25% full. You walking out freaking 60% full. You not grubbing. But you go to McDonald's to grub. It's two totally different things. It's two totally different objectives that's trying to be accomplished here.
I'm just imagining advertisements for McDonald's. McDonald's, you come here to grub.
You acting like people wouldn't walk in like, I do come here to grub.
That's a good slogan, yo. It's not like you're hey, McDonald's, stuff the slop in your face.
No.
You come here to grub.
It's like you know what you're here for.
I'm just
You here to
saying,
order
though,
a 20-piece and a burger.
like I can agree with that sentiment completely.
There are 3 numbers that you cannot wager on Jeopardy. 1488 for its white supremacist connotations, 666, and 69.
Nice.
I feel like Alan Trebek would have been cool with 69.
Yeah.
But can you do 6969?
Can you do 169, or is it just all 69 is just banned?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Like,
But
is it
can
like
you do 88?
Can you do 4? Why not 420? Oh, Jeopardy's slipping.
Cause yeah, like I want to know how specific that rule is.
Yeah, I'm sure there's so many bad numbers out there. Can you do 9/11?
Oh man. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. No, Jeopardy. Is one of us gonna have to join for the meme, for the goof?
I'm wagering $69. You cannot do that. I'm wagering, what was that? It was some Nazi number.
1488.
1488. I'm wagering 1488. No.
I'm wagering.
I'm wagering 1488.69.
Yeah, there you go. I was
Damn
gonna say,
me.
I'm wagering $420 to 60. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Podcast of Stuff, episode 249. We made it through 2021.
Barely.
Barely. Jesus effing Christ. They, like on the literal last day, had to like twist a knife. Buddy White.
Last couple hours.
Yeah. I will say, though, People are saying she passed away at 99. Technically, she lived through, I think it was like 8 leap years, or even more than that, 12 leap years. So, in terms of days, she's 100. I will hear no challenge. Yes, unfortunate. Okay, so I'm going to get a little somber for the beginning of this. So I gave some kind of like holiday excuse for us not doing a podcast last week. The real reason we did not have a podcast last week was that my Aunt Coco passed away. Been fighting cancer for like 2 decades. No? Like 25 years? She's been fighting it for a really long effing time. And just caught up with her. So was dealing with that all last week, funeral and what have you. So yeah, just wanted to give just a little thing, just saying love you, Aunt Coco, and what have you. Something that if any of you guys can do, next week, so starting, I think literally a week from today, AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick, the speedrunning marathon. This one in particular is raising money for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. Even if you can give like $1, that honestly mean a whole lot to me. So, and I'll talk about it next week too, at least AGDQ. But yeah, so this is going to be a weird segue too. So I'm going to give my weekly reminder because it's a little bit pertinent to what happened this past week with the funeral. Weekly reminder, of course. Black Lives Matter. Stop Asian hate.
Racist going on.
Wear your masks and get your vaccine, especially get your booster. So, I'm not going to name names, but someone.
As you cough.
Well, there's a reason. Someone at the funeral did not disclose that some of their family members had COVID before they came to the funeral.
Oh, you can't be doing that.
And they were there unmasked the entire time. I spent at least 10 to 15 minutes talking with these people. I was taking my mask on and off just.
Yeah, you would assume you there, you know what the deal is.
So today I get a fever and a sore throat. My sister also gets a fever and a sore throat. And my mom happened to have rapid tests. My sister has COVID. So I probably have COVID because of this one person. Needless to say, our family is pissed the F off.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
So
Because it's such a selfish thing, especially when they've been battling cancer for 2 decades, and you're just sitting there like, yeah, some people had COVID, but mask off.
And there's a lot of elderly people there. A lot of elderly people, including my uncle, who just buried his wife. Like, just, So yes, again, get your boosters. Unfortunately, because I got sick with a cold at the beginning of this month, and now haven't gotten mine yet. I had
exact same. I was not feeling well for like a week and a half, so I was like, I gotta wait on my booster till I'm a hundo.
Yeah, so
I got invited to a New Year's party too. I was gonna go. I was like, I'm not going to that.
Oh yeah, I was between everything that I went through this week. We had like a bunch of course, like family gatherings and stuff too, just to excuse me, lift our own spirits and stuff like that. See our nieces play, which that's the other thing. A good chunk of my family probably has it now too, or maybe they lucked out. I don't know. But I was all pooped from this week. I got home, I think, on New Year's Eve here, and I was just like, I'm just going to fucking bed. I'm tired. This week was exhausting.
Bro, I don't know what it is about just seeing people that exhausts me.
It's, introvert, extrovert.
I don't even know if that's it, because I can go out and I could be, big good. But DA and I went to go see our dad and our brothers on Christmas, and I got back. I was like, I'm so just worn out, and all we did was sit around playing Uno and watching Christmas movies.
We were over there for like 4 or 5 hours max.
And I was just like, I'm so worn out. But I can go to a party or a club or something. I'll be good for the night. I don't know what happened, dude. I was worn out.
Well, I think it's like, I don't know, like, maybe just like since usually there's more family that you're hanging out with in a family gathering versus like maybe 2 to 3 friends at like a club or going out or something, where you're just exerting more social energy for all of your family members. Maybe that's my thought, but I don't know. But
Not a clue.
So, it's been 2 weeks. Obviously, there is quite a bit to talk about. We'll save the Spider-Man stuff for a little bit later.
I forgot we can talk about that now.
Oh yeah, we gave it 2 weeks, and that was last week.
Rip anybody that hasn't seen it. Anybody.
Oh yeah. If you saw my announcement, I said spoilers heavy for multiple things.
Yeah, at this point, if you haven't seen it by now and you haven't been spoiled, I don't know what's going on with you.
But first, let's talk about a few other things that came out. Encanto, the new is it Pixar or is it just Disney? I forget.
It's Pixar too, I think.
Pixar? Okay. So I saw that over the course of last week too. And I really agree with you, BG.
About?
As in, like, one is worse than Coco, which that's a movie I'm not going to be able to watch for like a year.
Oh yeah, I remember us going to see Coco, and you were like, I got a Coco in my family. She's not doing great, and I'm just like, oh no.
Mm-hmm. So,
and when you said that, I instantly went back to that moment.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that movie's not gonna get watched for like a year. And I will say, just because I was emotionally raw this past week, there's some stuff in Encanto that definitely like teared me up.
Of course, it's all about family and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
But in terms of like quality of movie, and I can't even think of specifics, but I just remember coming out of that, like even with tears in my eye, I was like, not as good.
It's straight.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
The thing about Encanto is, besides the Bruno song, I legit couldn't tell you any song. I couldn't tell you a melody of a song.
I like.
So
I would need to listen to it again, but I recall liking the Buff Lady song.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was fine, but my biggest issue was I just didn't like her, just the dancing, her dancing. I'm in the middle of people circling around. I'm like, don't dance. We don't need this. But yeah,
what an odd thing.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a song about her insecurities and stuff. And
Oh. I thought you meant like the dancing in general.
No, it's just the dancing in the middle of the song.
Gotcha.
But Lin Morandez, whatever his name is, the dude that did Hamilton, he did the songs for Encanto. And there's a couple songs that are like, yeah, I can feel it. I can definitely feel it.
Yeah, the Bruno song, for sure.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
that
Bruno.
song is so hard hitting.
Yeah, that's a great song.
I was fading until that song came out. I was like, this is it. Where was this for these other 2 or 3 songs? That song is so good.
Yeah, I kept pronouncing it wrong over the week. And then my one younger cousin who has a Colombian girlfriend very, very much corrected me. I think because I kept saying Enchanto because I thought there was an H there. He's
Same.
like, no.
Yep.
He's like, no. Encanto. He even like gave a little flair. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, like it's a good movie. But like, there's so many other movies that have done what it has done better in recent memory.
Yeah. I like the house animation stuff quite a lot, though.
Yes.
That was some good stuff.
The house was one of the best characters in the movie.
Absolutely. Which is funny. But yeah, I told my little brother, like, the conflict wasn't big enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
There's not too many characters I like in it. I like Bruno. I like the main character.
Mirabelle.
The house, maybe.
I like the transforming guy.
And DA likes transforming guy. I like Mousy Girl, the quiet one that couldn't keep a secret.
Oh, the one that can hear
honest,
everything.
Yeah,
I like it
beyond
too.
that, I'm just like, it is what it is.
But I have a big problem with her because it's never stated why she didn't tell anybody that Bruno was in the walls, letting him slowly go crazy. And in the two songs that she's in, she mentions that I hear him scratching in the walls, and then at the last song, the We're All Family song, she's like, I told you he was in the wall, and the dude was like, bah. It just, that's a big problem to me.
Mm. I understand that.
It is like a 7 movie.
Yep. 6.57 for me.
Like, and our brother was hyping it
Like it was the second coming.
Wow.
And he did that with Mitchell's versus the Machines as well. And I went, yeah, that's pretty good. He's like, was that pretty good? I was like, yes, it is. Stop hyping up stuff. And then this bastard was like, I saw this twice in the theaters. And I don't see anything twice in the theaters. I fell for it again.
And once I watched it, you should have saw the end where I was just like, Eric, you gotta stop hyping up movies. It's not happening for you, dude.
All right.
Talking about bro. You best believe that's in my playlist.
There you go.
I need the choreography as well, because there's some banger choreography. Each and every one of them. The hearing girl and her dancing. That dance is fantastic. If you look up in the muff in the second floor, you can see Bruno skulking around. It's very, very small. It's a shadow, and the big dude dancing with his wife, and the transforming guy, how he keeps transforming and teaching. The choreography is nuts in that. That song, dude. I can't get over how good that song is.
All right.
But the rest is just messy.
Let's see. Let's go through some small things. At the end of Spider-Man, there was the Doctor Strange 2 trailer. A lot of tie-ins to whatchamacallit, What If, and obviously other different multiverse things.
WandaVision.
Yep. On that note, IGN was like compiling stuff for end of year things, and apparently, according to Torrent Freak, WandaVision was the most pirated TV show of 2021.
I don't doubt it, considering it's like the first Marvel thing post
More time.
the biggin. Yeah. So
So beating out other massive Disney Plus shows like Loki, which is number 2, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is number 4, and Hawkeye, which is number 5. But Hawkeye, I mean, like, there's barely any time for people to get their hands on it.
Yeah.
There was a new trailer for the Batman movie. I'm actually really liking how this movie's looking.
Bat and the Cat trailer was hitting.
Yeah.
That was hitting.
It was
It looks
really
quite good.
What's up, Ezra? Not gonna go see it in the theaters, especially.
I would have if we were a little bit less of the cough,
Yeah.
but we got 4 variations of cough coming, so I'm not sorry, not happening.
Yep.
Simply not happening.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason I canceled that party, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not going. There's tournaments going on. I want to get back into fighting games. I'm like, no, I'm not going.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for those couple months in the summer where it was only like 1,000 cases a week in Ohio,
Yeah.
that's when I was going to the Smash tournaments. But then numbers were rising again, and I was just like, yeah, nah.
I knew No Way Home was going to be the last theater thing I could do
Yeah.
for at least 6 months, at least.
Yeah, and I think,
And I can't believe that we're still getting only in theaters messages for movies coming out in like March,
yeah,
April. You cannot
Cue that
believe that.
noise.
You cannot believe that at this point. It's a Rizzy. Fine, you know what? Put it only in theaters for a week, 2 weeks.
It's 45 days, I think, is for the Batman.
It's ridiculous.
Do
It's
something to
stupid.
accommodate.
And there's
people.
nothing WB could do because they already signed like an agreement with AMC to keep it 45 days exclusive. So unless AMC itself shuts down, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
And we've already shown that movies like No Time to Die will sit on a complete movie for a year and a half to throw it in a theater. And ridiculous.
That's actually a good segue into my next little news tidbit. Daniel Craig is getting knighted.
Of course. Sir
He's
Daniel
getting-
Craig should have been happened.
He's getting basically the award that most like legitimate spies for England get. So yeah, he will be Sir Daniel Craig coming up here in a little while.
Good on him. Oh yeah, a bunch of people in the Discord were sick. Like this virus sucks.
Let's see.
I knew it was gonna be a boom after the holidays, though. Everybody wants to go see their family, so
Yeah.
Has anyone watched the Harry Potter reunion special yet?
nope. And I shan't.
I have not, and I will.
Okay. We'll talk about that then. I think it came out literally yesterday. So I think it was like early last week. There was a little Twitter thing that was going on where people are clamoring to have T'Challa recasted in the Marvel movies instead of killing off the character. Even Chadwick Boseman's family saying you should recast this character.
He would have wanted you to recast the character.
So it's
Anybody but the Shuri actress is fine for right now.
just because she
Cause that
Very dangerous.
masks, what ifs?
But I can see both sides of the fence. People going, keep his legacy alive. He did such a good job. But then other people going, it's a story. Stories need to be told.
well,
And his family would want it and everything.
the argument a lot of people are saying is like, and again, you can view this with kind of any lens that you want, but a lot of people are saying it's like they're basically by using this blanket statement of like, oh, they don't want to tarnish his legacy. It's like, okay, you're just removing a person of color character from Marvel.
Forever. For as long as you think the legacy can't be tarnished.
It's a convenient excuse along those lines, which I can see that. Yeah, like to me, if the family is just like recast him, freaking recast him.
Yeah.
You have the multiverse as an
what does
excuse
it
now
hurt?
too.
Like, what does it hurt his legacy to go? Yes, he did a fantastic job, but the show goes on. Like, it's not like Owen Hart falling from the rafters and it's just like, let's keep the show going. It's like, it's the blessing of the family. Everybody like, let's do it.
There's a lot more to be told with this character, T'Challa.
Let's keep the legacy going by keeping the character going.
Yep.
So you'll always know Black Panther. You'll always remember Black Panther. And in that case, you will always know him. Like the new Blade that's coming out, every time somebody says Blade, I think Wesley Snipes. It don't mean that Wesley Snipes' legacy is tarnished because there's a new Blade. Or it's just, he's still Blade in my head. Whenever they get a new Wolverine, we all know who we're going to think.
Stephen Bloom, right?
Correct.
All
Can I
right.
please get my Storm to be black as the night itself with a commanding voice? These are the only things I want for that woman.
Nah. Can't
Dark
do it.
skin, commanding voice. None of this light hair Holly Berry voice. No, she needs that in commanding, thick.
Do you know what happens to
Husky.
a toad when it gets struck by lightning?
Oh, thank you so very much. Hey, I don't think Stephen Bloom did morph.
No, he did not.
Dude,
Are they
morph
do
is
a lot of the
hitting.
because
I'm
they're
sorry.
remaking that the '90s animated series? Do those actors are they still around?
I
They
think.
got everybody who is still alive and working.
Yep.
Okay.
They got like 80 to 90% of the people back.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. Damn. I'll probably wait to talk about this a little bit more with Ralph, since he's probably the only other person that has watched it. Also, Triton, Ralph is currently late, very late, maybe absent.
Or absent. We'll see. We'll see. But
Witcher
what is the thing you're talking about?
Witcher season 2.
Yeah, definitely.
Watch that. It does not miss a beat at all from season 1. It is very, very, very good. And like Henry Cavill is just having so much fun, and you can tell. Apparently, like on set, where it's like people like need information from the books, he literally like has it memorized like Bible verses, like on set.
What a nerd.
He is the best of nerds. The Matrix. I have not seen this, but BG, you have.
Oof. I've said it in my tweet. I said all I needed to say about it. It's both a look at nostalgia and going and stop with in nostalgia while also celebrating nostalgia and doing a bunch of boring action sequences with like 2 good fight scenes. And Neil Patrick Harris is very good. 6 out of 10 movie. Never need to see it again.
Let's see. Matrix Resurrections. What we got in ratings? Rotten Tomato. We got. It is still fresh. Audience.
You know why it's fresh? I can't. I think it was Red Letter Media that was like, the first Matrix is basically a dumb action flick with a little bit more to think about, and it feels like somebody got in their ear and just went, keep going into the philosophy stuff, because the new Matrix, there are like, I would say 15 minutes worth of just conversation on philosophy, and it's just like Neil Patrick Harris. There's a scene where he's basically just talking to Neo for like 6 minutes straight. And there's some cool shots going on during it, but it's just talking to Neo for 6 minutes straight about life and all this extra shit. And I'm just like, and I loved it. That's the worst, because I loved Neil Patrick Harris in this, and I loved his powers. But it was just like, I don't care for anything beyond what I'm seeing on the surface.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it has a 65% fresh rating and then a 64% audience score. But yeah, as I was going through IGN looking for stuff, IGN rated it a 4 out of 10. I was like, woo! Oh boy!
Yeah, it big not good. It's okay.
Let's see, and then Metacritic. 3 out of 5, 64. Yeah, 64% Metascore, and then a 3.8 out of 5 rating. Is that out of 5 or is that out of 10?
You know what it is? It's a bunch of fans just happy they got the Matrix back.
Ooh, that is a 3.8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
There's a lot of people just happy, hey, there's Matrix, and if you're not smart enough to get it, well, that's your own stupid fault, you idiot.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're going to be getting into some more spoilery stuff. First things first, Hawkeye. The finale came out last week, where we
I didn't like it.
got some what's the word I was trying to think of? We actually got a look at Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. Now, he claims, this is with the heaviest of air quotes, that this is the same Kingpin from the Daredevil series. And he plays the character the same, but I say bullshit.
Why?
Just like, you would think that this character would still be obsessed with Vanessa, would still be like concerned about Daredevil. Where was this child the entire time in the Daredevil series? Echo.
I mean, it's not like he every single word out of his mouth is about Vanessa. So
but he's obsessed with her though in the Daredevil series.
Yeah, but no. When it comes to like business stuff, it's not just like he's sitting down with a business partner and like remember that those giant meetings of people? It was Kingpin and Madame Zhao and all of them. It wasn't just like, yeah, but Vanessa though.
That's in season one, but did you watch season 3?
Yes, I did.
Like, she's a part of it now.
Yes, no. I understand that. But the thing is, it's not like when he talks to a business partner, he's bringing up Vanessa a lot. We saw basically 2 to 3 conversations, and it was about business and being exposed. And that was it. So I can see why not talking about Vanessa. Like, so like the Joker is obsessed with Batman. Is every conversation just like, hey, where's Batman? Or is it a lot of conversation about stuff going on right now? And eventually it will lead back to him.
Depends on what series. If we're talking like Harley Quinn, then yeah, he is super obsessed with Batman.
But when he's talking to Harley, he doesn't talk a lot about Batman.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Just it seems like 2 distinct characters to me.
I wouldn't say that, especially since we have the other character in another series.
Sure. But so you did not like the finale?
No. And I'll tell you exactly why. The thing, I didn't like, one, how weak they made Kingpin look. And 2, I didn't like how the action sequence between him and Kate, because it looks like they were afraid to show him hitting a woman. So there were all these quick cuts, like really close to him, like moving forward, and then it would just be like her flying back without the actual impact of the hit. It looked awful.
Do you think it's that, or it's just that Vincent D'Onofrio in that outfit couldn't maneuver as well? That was what I thought.
I mean, even if he can't maneuver well, you could show the hits. A lot of times they would just show him moving forward in that motion, and then like her flying back. Maybe you'll hear a sound effect or something, but you don't see a hit.
Okay. I feel like I recall like some punches, but I'd have to go back and rewatch.
There were probably 2 actual hits that you could see. It just did not look good to me.
He's way effing stronger in this than he is in Daredevil, though, in terms of physically.
Absolutely. He ripped that door off the hinges.
Like it was a toy.
And I also didn't like Hawkeye's and Black Widow's sister, their final talk. I didn't like it.
It was a little easy.
Yeah, a little easy. Especially after she was just like, no, you're dead. And it was like, yeah, but I cared a lot about her. Oh, you did? Yeah, okay, thanks.
I think it's kind of ping pong, Triton. Just because, like, I found WandaVision to be really good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier was middling. Loki was, like, I guess Falcon and the Winter Soldier was, like, middling to bad. Loki was all right. I found Hawkeye to be good. I don't know. What's up next?
I also didn't finish What If, so I can't really comment on that one. But I mostly agree with what you said.
She-Hulk, I think, right?
If it's She-Hulk, I'm in. But we'll see.
But just, Yelena continues to be now a favorite character in all of the MCU for me.
Oh yeah, people love her.
Her and Kate's scuffle, like in the whole hallway, where it's just, it's like that kick was very good. Like, just
after their conversation in Kate's little hideout, people were just like, "Do you want a show with just them two?"
Yes.
Like people really love their interaction. People were like, "No, I don't know if I would like an entire show by them, but I would definitely take like a holiday special centered around them." And I can see that our like holiday special of just their adventure discussion, that type of thing.
I also enjoyed oh crap. The fiance, what's his name?
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Where
The
he's
rape
just
your
proven his
man.
innocent. He's just like probably murdering people with a sword. Just on guard. But yeah, like I it definitely ended on a whimper for me as well. There's the whole thing where the end scene with Echo, which if you have seen anything online, you will realize that that scene is basically directly ripped from the comics. Kingpin ain't dead.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
He's not dead for sure. Either blind or deaf, but not dead. But yeah, I'm gonna Google that real quick. Let's see. Excuse me. Next, Disney Plus. Oh man.
While you're looking that up, Triton, how are you liking Smash? And this is not viewer request month 2. I keep telling y'all. There's an actual structured thing for viewer request month. This is in subtitled version of it.
There's three
This
Marvel
is Marvel
series.
vs. Capcom Infinite.
There's three series that are slated. Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk.
Moon Knight.
No, Moon Knight's awesome. But as far as what I want to see, it's at the bottom. Sorry.
I can understand. I mean, I know how big of a fan you are of Kamala, and then
The greatest.
She-Hulk will probably is going to feature Ruffalo, and more than likely probably going to feature Murdoch.
The greatest.
So yeah. It Triton, honestly, like we could show you videos and what have you, and like you might be able to take in some stuff, but it's just a lot of repetition and playing more.
Especially since it's a character by character basis.
Yeah.
Something that might work for Isabelle probably wouldn't work for Mario.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like obviously, like the different streams that we've done, just kind of like watch and take notes in terms of movement and what have you. That's a big thing, like knowing when to like walk, sprint, air dodge, jump. Like I feel like that's the first big roadblock. And then just from there, it's a character by character basis, what moves to use in what situations and what have you. All right. Spider-Man No Way Home. Now, Sony's highest grossing movie of all time. It made over $1 billion in 12 days, which there's been a lot of inflation these last few months, so I don't know how how much of a milestone that truly is. But
No, it definitely is because we're still in this pandemic bush.
That's true.
Sorry.
Especially since, there are people who would see it 4, 5, 6 times who aren't going to see it that many times. So that number gets lower.
Yeah,
as well.
like me, I would have went to see Spider-Man some other day. I'm just waiting for it to come to Disney.
Mm-hmm. It won't come to Disney because of Sony.
Weren't all the other Spider-Mans coming next year? Didn't they strike a deal?
That I don't know. I know all of them are on Netflix currently, or most of them.
Yeah, no. I think they all come to Disney Plus next year.
Hey, okay. Did not know that. But yeah, this movie was really fucking good. we had already said it before. It's basically all of our like third favorite Spider-Man movie, roughly.
Yep.
God, I'm just trying to like go through all of it, but all the villains, especially even some that got bad raps in other movies, I feel like got some pretty good redemptions.
Just say it, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx and Kurt Connors.
Yeah, Kurt didn't do much here for me.
And
He
Sandman.
was definitely the weakest of everybody.
And then William Dafoe. Holy fucking shit.
That was absolutely crazy.
That man, and I love too that like every news outlet and their mother were reminding us for like a week straight. Where it's just like, in case you didn't see it, William Dafoe only agreed to do the movie unless he could do his own stunts. Just like I saw that article like 15 times, but that's still cool. He's in his 60s now, right?
Yeah.
He old.
Yeah, and just. Yeah, that fight in the apartment building where he is just literally powerbombing Peter through
Just wrestling moves.
It's amazing. Just he just straight up is just doing so many wrestling moves. I'm like, oh, where is this coming from?
Where's
And
the
where can I
RKO?
get more?
Yeah. That's what happened to Aunt May.
But just a lot of just the switch that happens when he just goes from Norm to the Oz to the Goblin. When he just goes, that's something, isn't it? That spider sense of yours.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whoa! He killed it.
Mm-hmm.
They knew what they were doing when they were just like, get him the back.
Yeah.
Get him back and make him the one.
Yep. Yeah, I just love how it's just like, even across universes, he's still one of the best Marvel villains of all time. But I mean, like, all of them.
I loved his little hood outfit.
Yes, where he looks like the Hobgoblin.
Mm-hmm. Hey, just like, and just all the like different creative ways, like, you know, he snuck the bomb inside of the canister thing, like just all of his like little trickiness. Very, very, very Goblin.
Very
yeah.
fantastic.
Doc Ock, great. Jamie Foxx, holy shit.
Oh, Doc Ock, when he just goes, Peter, you grow. I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
it was a lot of little great moments
Exactly.
like that I absolutely love.
Yeah, so I mean, well, let's get to like the biggest spoiler, which at this point, if you haven't seen this, again, like you haven't been online. Toby and Garfield did come back.
I'm sorry. Garfield was the best.
He did. So okay, remember how I was talking about the people that were talking throughout the whole damn movie?
Yeah.
Like the whole time, every time Garfield was on screen, like they were just like bitching and moaning, just like, get this bitch ass Spider-Man out of here. We're Toby. It was just like, shut up.
No, that shouldn't have been the one.
But yeah,
because he
just
killed it. No, this is plenty. When he hops up on the wall, this is enough. No, it's plenty. I loved it.
just the scene between him and Toby about, and like they were calling back to the like Batgate from the original Spider-Man movies where Tobey Maguire was almost recast. Did you guys know about that?
Mm-mm.
So he had filmed Spider-Man 1, obviously it was it's a great success, and then in between that he filmed Seabiscuit. And he has had chronic back issues basically like for most of his adult life. And he had just said like for this next Spider-Man movie, I'm going to need to do it at a price point to make sure my back is good for, you know, the rest of my life, because it could lead to like issues, you know, going forward. And Sony apparently got pissed off by that comment and almost recast him with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Wow. I knew about potentially recasting him for Jake Gyllenhaal. I didn't know about that point.
But then, as like after, you know, everything was settled, watered under the bridge, that was one of the reasons for the my back scene in that movie, was to kind of poke fun at that whole situation, which leads to
Which was great.
the whole thing where he's just like, they're talking about like, man, I have some back problems, like how web swinging. He's like, I know this thing. And he cracks his back. And then just all the stuff around Toby's organic webs
That was great.
was so good.
It's not, we're not making fun of you or anything. We're just very curious because we can't do that. So, like, does it shoot out of anywhere else? No.
Just all the conversation between the Peters. I'm like, just give me this. This is just what I want. Like right before the big battle where they're all just talking. And even in the middle of the big battle.
They do the thing.
With all the sand
Where they're
around
pointing
it.
at each other.
They did the pointing thing. They did it.
I just really liked all of that stuff.
What's funny is I liked it way more when there was no action going on.
Yeah.
Because I wanted characters to interact with each other. And that was the goal. Besides Goblin's fights.
Mm-hmm.
But beyond those, it's just like, yeah, let's just have Doc Ock talk to Norman for a while. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, how is Doc Ock and Electro? What are they doing? It's like it's the spectacle of you would imagine being a kid, just like, oh my goodness, coming out of Spider-Man 2 and all that crap. Because we've seen most of the Spider-Man movies in the theater. You're like, this is in our wildest dreams, like this is not gonna happen. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just happens.
I think we've seen them all in theaters.
Probably. I don't think we saw Spider-Man 1 in theaters.
Yes, we did, because Grandfather took us. Because remember, Peter looked up, Goblin looked up with the blood, and that lady screamed.
Yep. Yeah. So this is it's regardless of how the quality of the movie, the spectacle in and of itself makes it infinitely rewatchable.
It's definitely like the biggest spectacle out of like a singular, and like this is me calling it this seems wrong, but a like single superhero movie is off the charts. Like there's nothing else like it at all. After Toby gets stabbed and like Tom Holland Spidey goes like somewhere else, he's like, "You're in a lot of pain right now." Oh, I'm in so much pain.
Absolutely.
Man, yeah, Doc Ock.
And when new Spider-Man, Tom Holland, is trying to stab Gabi and Toby stops him.
It just looks. There's no like handshaking or it's just looking. I'm like, this is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The Andrew Garfield saving MJ stuff.
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm like, I didn't need this. It's just
like,
a lot of
Characters.
characters.
Are you okay? And just starts wailing up.
Just nodding slightly.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
A lot of characters arcs that seem to be closed, just closed here. It's like, this is amazing. When Andrew Garfield just goes, yeah, I just stopped holding back.
Stop pulling my punches.
And then there was an interview with Tobey Maguire where he was just like, I want as little known about MJ and Peter what's going on as possible. So it's just like one or two little lines.
It's complicated.
Yeah, we got together, but but then you got a whole lot with Andrew Garfield, and I'm wondering if it's just if they were sitting there going, okay, people already like Toby, but we gotta make them like and care about Andrew.
Because he got a lot to do here.
He got a lot, and he got a lot of flack, so let's give him quite a lot.
I want, and this is something I never thought I'd say, I want Amazing Spider-Man 3 of just like him not pulling his punches. And it just ends with him being transported to the MCU world.
I would accept that.
Just much darker, just like...
I think a lot more people would be willing to accept that now than back then when they were in the 2 days.
I do gotta say though, there is a lot of revisionist history going around with the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies.
Absolutely.
Oh, really?
There's a bunch of articles.
It was always great.
No, those movies are terrible.
Yeah, there was a bunch of articles that were just like, No Way Home redeems the Amazing Spider-Man movie. It's like, no. It redeems Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, sure.
Yes.
But those movies are still hot garbage.
Terrible. Absolute trash.
Like, I would consider Amazing Spider-Man okay. 2, no.
Yeah, I would go as far as okay for Amazing Spider-Man 1. I can't go above a 5 for 2. Sorry.
And if this Electro was in 2, it'd be better.
It'd be a beast. He's just like, I like the feel of his power.
And him just going, y'all just go stand there and act like I'm not butt naked.
No, I wasn't. And him and Sandman just talking, just like, you know, I felt like I was a nobody, but with this power, I'm all tapped out. I'm back to being a nobody. You were never a nobody.
How'd you get your powers? I fell into a vat of mutated eels. How about you? I was in a hadron collider. Again, that small talk.
And going back to Andrew, the redemption of him, you know it's a big old wink and a nod when it's just like, yeah, I'm lame compared to you guys. I just fought like a dude in a mechanical rhino suit.
Yeah.
No, you're amazing.
I need you to say it.
Thanks. I really need to hear that.
No, say it.
I forget who said it, where they're like, couldn't have you been black? And then he apologizes for not being black.
I'm sorry, I'm not, man. I'm sure. Yeah, he's just like, there's all these Spider-Mans. I'm sure there's a black one out there.
Wink, wink, nudge, Miles.
But the thing, Gavin, I would love the dichotomy of him still being this Andrew. Because when he comes out of the portal, he's still jokey Spider-Man. I would love that jokey Spider-Man, but he's just hitting people harder.
That he breaks a dude's arm, though.
Yeah, and still just joking about it. It would be awful and amazing.
And I'm sure you'd want to do it.
Mm-hmm. Dude, just like how him and like I will just say like all the shit that he went through for the past like 2 years. Are you in the movie? Are you in the movie? And he can't say he is.
That's what I hate about these interviews. It's like, oh, there's a lot of rumors that you're in this movie. Yeah, let me break NDA and just tell you I'm in the movie.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely in the movie. Is that what you wanted to hear? Does that ruins the surprise? You got the scoop. Now what?
Mm-hmm.
We got all the clicks. Okay, but everybody feels a little less special seeing him pop out of the portal now. Thanks. Just dumb.
And then also, we had mentioned it earlier too, we get a very nice brief cameo by Mr. Matt Murdock, which was the rumor, but Charlie Cox is back as Daredevil. Great little scene too.
People did not clap in the. You know what? But to be fair, we had a very subdued audience that saw that movie with us, and I was happy for it.
People clapped in mine.
I feel like it would have been fine for the spectacle, but I wanted to watch the movie. And I'm glad I was allowed to watch the movie.
Shut up.
Like the time we went to go see Civil War, where the dude was just like, they were in Queens, so he's going to go, Iron Man's going to get Spider-Man. And the dude was just like, is nobody else going to freak out but me? That's funny stuff. But everybody was just silent after the fact. They enjoyed the Spider-Man. They clapped when appropriate. But it wasn't like, woo, for every little thing.
Yeah.
That's the I hate. Shut up. Let me watch the movie. I can't hear the dialogue. I paid my same $11 as you. Let me see this.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Another thing that I absolutely love. When they were all swinging, and then Tom Holland, he sort of Andrew and Toby sort of do their webs, and he grabs them and he sort of swings them around.
Gives them some momentum.
Yes, that was great. That was just a little shot right before the slow motion. Yeah, I was like, that was a really good in 5-second shot.
And I love how they were just like Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. Just like whatever. Dude, oh man, this is a great movie.
It was.
Dude, and people are I'm not getting into people being mad that some people are still putting 2 above it. Just dumb.
Yeah.
But I did have some issues with the movie.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's no reason why Doctor Strange wouldn't be like, hey, here's exactly what the spell does, right? Not as he's casting it.
There's no reason that Peter can't ask for people to forget what Mysterio said, or forget about
Yeah.
Mysterio, period. As opposed
I've seen
to,
some memes of that where it's just like, can you make people forget about Mysterio? Okay, credits roll.
the Peter and the Strange fight, like, can you just come back from your astral version and just swim back into yourself? Is that how it works?
I do like during that though, where it's just like his body still has all of the spider sense and the like the reflexes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like how Doctor Strange was just kid gloving Peter.
Oh yeah. He should have just been like, whoop.
He should have just did that in Thanos 18,000 whips
Mm-hmm.
and just grabbed him.
Yeah, why does Sandman stay bad? Like, when he was a good dude, he should have been more like the like Doc Ock, where Doc Ock came back, acted evil, and then was just like, no, I'm helping them. Like, I there's some things I'm just like, I don't get what you were going for.
On the Doctor Strange thing, where just like Ned ends up having magical capabilities. Like you made the portal. And I don't know, I feel like this was a line but it may have been just like something that I saw in a meme or something where he's just like, I swear I won't be an evil villain to you. Was that in the movie? I think it's in the movie.
Yeah, no, because when Toby was just like, I had a best friend, he tried to kill me right before he died. It was tragic, and then and then Ned was just like, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, everything in the lab too, where it's just like stuff that those two have been thinking about. So like Toby had been thinking like, oh man, if I could have cured Osborn of the insanity.
Yeah,
and just all that different stuff, and yeah,
it really let them redeem what needed to be redeemed.
mm-hmm.
But again, they like Sandman. I don't understand it.
Yeah, for the longest time throughout the movie, I thought they didn't even get Sandman's actor back. I thought he was just gonna be CG the whole time.
Yeah, same thing. Because he was just a sand dude the whole time. Like, oh, did he just? Is he just a voice?
Yeah,
But they got him back.
And
another
Connors.
thing.
Same
Another
deal.
thing. I didn't really like is how they just sort of brushed over the whole Jamie Foxx Electro thing. It was like, last time I saw you, you had a comb over and bad teeth. And like, yeah, whatever. His whole personality changed, and I was just like, give it a reason at least.
The energy.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Are these the same villains? Because Jamie is not. They're not wearing the things they were wearing when they died. They're
Well,
not.
I think they were like plucked from like before they died, and because like when you first see Electro, he is like kind of bluish, like he's just made of energy. But then once he absorbs this universe's energy, he becomes human again, humanish. So I think
that makes more sense.
Yeah, I think that was the whole thing where he's just like, this energy is like so much different from where I'm from. Where am I? But yeah, at the beginning, I think he was like his old self.
And Ock specifically said, I was looking at Peter and
Like, where's
I
my
had him by his
machine?
throat.
Yeah.
That's what he said. So yeah.
And I mean, all of them too, where it's just like, Doc Ock was like, Osborn, you died 2 years ago, or something along those lines. So
I
they were all
also didn't. Yeah, they were all pulled from right before they died. I'm just saying they weren't all dressed the way they were dressed during
I
that
see.
time.
Gotcha.
But I really didn't like Peter meeting MJ and Ned and just like, let me get out of here.
I thought that was fine.
I really didn't like it.
I thought it was fine.
The new
think
suit
the
looks really
suit-
cool.
Oh, dude, I
it's
love
so
that.
good.
The
That just
combination.
Holy
Genie.
crap. That very vibrant blue.
Yeah, then and he added stuff from the other two suits. He added the front of Tobey Maguire's spider symbol and the back of Andrew's spider symbol.
It's good.
Yeah.
That's all I know. That might be my favorite outfit of any Spider-Man. Because I
Wow.
just really love the way that blue pops.
It was crazy pop.
A lot of so the rumor, because apparently this was potentially also going to be the third movie if they couldn't do this whole No Way Home thing, was the next movie is potentially going to be Kraven.
I would love Kraven the Hunter, but I figured this one was gonna be Kraven.
That's what it was. If they couldn't get Toby and everybody on,
Okay.
that's what it was going to be.
Which makes a lot of sense.
So when Strange is trying to hold the multiverse back, it zooms in on some silhouettes. Did you recognize any of them?
People have been matching him. One of them is Kraven.
Okay, that's I thought one of them that they like really zoomed in on was Kraven. It's a Kraven with a K, Kraven the Hunter. He's a man who wants to hunt the strongest prey, and he considers Spider-Man to be some of the strongest prey.
Yep, ultimate game.
Mm-hmm.
And it would make sense if Spidey is a public enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Even more so for Kraven, for somebody to hire Kraven or Silver Sable or someone.
Mm-hmm. Now that nobody knows who he is.
Yeah. So, that's fine.
So do you think he... What's the best... Do they bring back this MJ and Ned for future movies, or is this just a way to...
1,000,000,000%.
Okay. It is a good way to swan song them.
Yeah, but even when he was like, I'll catch you later, she looked like, hold on, that's some deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
And also the necklace that
the
Peter
Black
gave
Dollar, yeah.
her
Yep.
in the second movie, she's still wearing it. So something is compelling her to wear that necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And also, who else? They would have to invent new people for Peter to hang out with because he don't.
Gwen.
That's an
Spider
idea
Gwen.
right there.
Spider Gwen, I could rock with that.
That's an idea right
Spider
there.
Woman.
I don't know if I would enjoy a older person. I want somebody around his age.
Okay. Oh
Yeah, Jessica Drew. I don't know if I would rock with that.
Oh yeah.
Kamala, I could rock with a Kamala.
Yeah. Ooh.
I could rock with a Kamala now. Before this bush, I could have rocked with a Shuri.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude. Now I just remembered the scene. Like, 'cause I was thinking of like everyone forgetting him, where he's like standing at his Aunt May's grave, and then Happy comes up and it's like, "How did you know her?" It's just like, oh, ooh,
Yeah, that sucks.
that
Big
hurts.
sucks. But the next movie is probably either the next movie or the movie after is probably going to be Venom or a symbiote.
I think the rumor is Venom 3 is where he's going to fight Spidey.
Oh, how does he get back to the universe?
I don't know.
You know what? Maybe
It
it
could be a different Spidey.
I'm thinking, hey, you know what? I would enjoy Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if he's not pulling his punches. It's it would be, that's a villain, so we could eat him.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing about that. In the Morpheus trailer, you see a Spider-Man poster where it says, "What did I say? Morpheus."
Morpheus.
All right then. In the Mobius trailer, you see a poster
Morpheus.
of Spider-Man going murderer. Shut up, everybody! I suck. You see a poster, murderer, and at that end he says, "I'm Venom." So we have Spider-Man, we have Venom, we have whoever that is.
Yeah.
There's
Vampire
also
dude.
Vulture.
Yeah, Vulture was there. This is definitely the Sony-verse, this one. And I can see Andrew being the Sony-verse Spider-Man.
Potentially. But yeah, and there's
But
also
what I
there
was
was
originally
also
gonna say, sorry to cut you
Go ahead.
off. What I was originally gonna say was maybe the symbiote can hone in on its missing parts.
That's true.
And since there's a little part missing, it might be able
Yeah.
to find its way back to
So yes,
it.
that's the one thing we didn't talk about. The first post-credit scene. The second one was the Doctor Strange trailer. The first one is Eddie Brock like learning about this world and like everything that went down.
For like 4 to 6 hours.
Yeah, and he's just like going crazy. Venom's in his head talking, and then he gets sent back to his universe. But a piece of Venom is left behind, which can, latch on and probably grow into what have you. So there could be a Venom symbiote in the MCU.
I could see them doing Flash Thompson.
Oh, Agent Venom?
Yeah, I could see it.
Yeah.
First, he just starts off just like, empower you, I'm better than Spider-Man ever was.
I will say it would be a little weird imagining that actor as a badass.
He's a little weenie.
Yeah. All of him where he's just like, Peter's my best friend. At the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm. And when Peter calls him, he's like, you know what I want, Peter. Fine, I'll tell everybody you're my best friend.
Yes.
Oh, boy. All right. With that, unless there's anything else you want to mention about the movie, I think we can call this podcast a close.
There were very minute spoilers going around of other Spider-Man joining, and especially once we saw the trailer of Doc Ock and Goblin and all that. So the biggest spoiler was the Aunt May death, and there were people just being douchebags about it. There was a dude that created a whole I named this last time. A dude created a Reddit account just going an unexpected, rare that unexpected. The last time I was this surprised was when Aunt May died in the new Spider-Man movie. Just stuff like that. It was awful. So yeah, a lot of people got spoiled on that aspect. And not a lot of other things, but that particular thing they got spoiled on. And it was a big one. Oh, I'm also super glad that one of the other Spider-Man didn't do the Great Power line. Super glad.
Yeah. It was just a acknowledgement that they all had heard it instead.
Yeah.
I mean, technically Andrew Garfield didn't hear it quite as the same.
Jumbled up 4 extra lines.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to do something and you know you can do it, you should do it because it's not about what you can and can't do. It's what you should do. Responsibility.
God, it was that, wasn't it?
It was horrible.
Dude, it was real bad. Responsibility. Yeah, no, it was big, not good.
So he may have.
Triton. Mike was in the live stream, so I'm sure you heard it. Mike was there.
I was there. Most of it, anyways. It
was
tomorrow. I have the day off, and especially since I am down with the vid, I am going to be watching Genlock Season 2.
All right, me too.
Yeah, okay.
All right, you know what I did today?
What?
I watched some of the Bounce arc.
And?
What do you mean, and?
How much of the Bounce arc?
I am like 7.
That was a almost
episodes
double number from what you originally said.
I'm like 7
Full
episodes.
7.
I had to think about which one sounds better. That I watched 4 episodes or my 7 episodes from the end.
Why couldn't you just belt it out? Why couldn't you just hunker down? You could every other day you're just like, all right, 2 hours exercise, no problem. But you can't just hunker down for 4 or 5 hours for the end of the Bounce arc just to be like, never again need to.
You have no idea.
I've seen the Bounce arc. What are you talking about?
You have not seen it now with your mind, with your brain going, Oh, I recognize bad things.
Nope, sure haven't. I watched it once when I was like 17
Same here.
and 16, and that was it.
And even then, I went, "Oh man, this is kind of crap."
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was just like, this is kind of bad. I didn't even really know the difference between canon and filler. So I'm just watching. I'm like, this isn't as good as the first arc.
Yeah, and I think that's another thing too. Is back then too, I'm hunting for action scenes for AMV editing, and I'm like, this all sucks.
Yeah, Bump was not hitting. I just don't know how much it wasn't hitting.
You have no idea. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, trying to get through all of
But
Genlock.
you can do an 11-day fast, but you can't do a 4-hour let's watch the Bounce arc.
14-day.
14-day fast, but the Bounce arc is where it's like, whoops,
Yes.
no sir.
Yes, that is where it is.
So matter of fact, I've never heard DA more serious in my life.
Sorry, but it is the single worst anime anything that I've ever seen.
I think this core is going out.
No, I have to get a new core for that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, hopefully, Genlock Season 2 because reasons soon-ish. We still also need to do Volume 8 of Ruby.
Y'all need to do.
Yeah.
Really quickly, I have the great power quote from Ben
Oh
Parker.
no.
Oh.
You're a lot like your father. You really are, Peter, and that's a good thing. But your father, by a philosophy, a principle, really. What?
It's like
He believed that it.
Yeah, there's like supposed to be a gasp of air, like by his philosophy, or whatever you said.
A principle, really.
Principle, really.
He believed that if you could do good things for other people, you had a moral obligation to do those things. That's what's at stake here. Not choice, responsibility.
How many
It's
more
so
words is that? With great power comes great. So went from 6 words
To like a 17-word vomit.
to
Small paragraph.
It's legitimately 7 sentences.
Oh boy. All right. Do we got facts?
Normal facts. Just normal facts.
How many?
We got 40.
I'll take a hot 7.
22 for the new year.
Yeah.
22 sucks, but 23 is good, so I'll
All right.
use that.
Okay.
Well, that's gonna need some research. All cereal box mascots are looking down. The reason, so that they can make eye contact with children. By doing so, they grab kids' attention, establish a feeling of trust, making children more likely to ask their parents to buy a box of cereal. That's gonna...
I'm looking. I'm going to even search.
Tony's
cereal.
looking down.
No!
Tony's looking down.
Golden Crisp?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Captain Crunch?
Rice Krispies people. Yep, they're
Yeah.
looking down.
Oh!
Toucan Sam. Captain
This
Crunch.
is evil!
The bee.
Honey Nut Cheerios?
Gremlin cereal is looking up. Got him.
Yeah, you know what you are. The Cocoa Puff dude.
Wow.
Even Mario cereal has them looking down. The Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, yep.
I found one. There's a Trix one where he's looking up.
Wow, a Trix one.
Count Chocula?
But usually he's
Blueberry?
looking down. I'm looking at it.
That's kind of bonkers.
Oh, this is terrible
That
marketing.
is- Yo, that's mad scummy. I don't like that. That Trick's looking up.
Cereal tier
Looking
list
down,
going down
looking
the
down.
drain now. That's done.
That's the new trick stuff. The old ones are all looking down.
Wow.
I see some tricks now with looking down. That's nuts. Oh, I see one to the side.
Nope. We got a lot of looking down. The original stuff.
The Tricks
Looking
Rabbit.
down.
He's the trendsetter.
Lucky Charms, he's looking up. But yeah, the vast majority of them, it's like 85%.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's low.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my goodness.
What are they doing?
That's some legit scummy marketing.
That's like when fast food logos use red and yellow because those are the colors associated with like hunger. It's just like subliminally trying to rewire your brain so you could. Oh, this
Smoke.
is great.
Smoke.
Not now. Oh, dude, his Family Guy used to be great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
All right. With that, we will call this podcast a close. Depending on how I feel next week, we may or may not have a podcast. We'll see how COVID treats my immune system.
And I could do a little something.
You could, yeah.
If we're feeling it.
Hopefully the
Feeling it.
the original vaccines are still
Good enough.
Okay-ish. But yeah, with that, calls close. Thank you everybody for tuning into this episode of the podcast of stuff. Ralph, you're gonna be here next week. I have no fucking idea. He's not here. Markham is absent. All right, we'll see you guys hopefully next week. Laters.